Well, good evening and welcome to the good ship Pip Pip. We happen to be just off Cardiff, which is South Wales, where my actual heritage is from. I'm Welsh, although you would never actually know that because I speak in a terribly British accent. Anyway, this is the flag of Wales, and I happen to be here with my good friend Professor Richard Grauman, who is a noted expert on single malt whiskies, and we're here today to evaluate and taste the Penderyn whiskies, which are the only single malt whiskies from Wales. And it actually, you may not know this, Richard, but the Welsh apparently were the first to discover and perfect the distillation process. And here we have a pot still, and the Welsh a long time ago created this distillation process, and it was the Scots that actually took it to a much higher level, and then the Irish, and they spread all around the world. Even the Japanese now make single malt whiskies, and there's some actually rather good whiskies out there. So I know that you've never had a Welsh whiskey, my friend. So what is unique about Penderyn is that they use the beautiful waters from the Brecon Beacons, which is an absolutely exquisite national park in South Wales, and that's actually where the distillery is. So we're going to taste, first of all, I would like to show you this beautiful bottle. Look at this. It says Welsh Gold, and there it is, Welsh Gold, and on the other side it says Our Cymru, which is Welsh for Welsh Gold. Can you believe that? That's amazing, isn't it? Anyway, Welsh is the oldest of the Celtic languages, and they produce the best rugby players in the world. Well, sometimes the New Zealanders manage to beat them occasionally, but anyway, so we're going to taste the Madeira finish, and what they do is they actually take Madeira casks from Spain, and they age the whiskey in those casks. And there's another thing about Penderyn, is they have this completely unique in the world of whiskey making. They have one single copper pot, and most other people use several. They just have one single pot that they use. So anyway, ooh, nice. What do you think, my friend?
Very nice. Oh, very nice.
I get little hints of orange zest in that, and
Vanilla? Yeah.
a little vanilla and caramel, and
Very nice.
exceptionally smooth. Now, there was a big storm recently on board the good ship Pip was involved in, and we lost quite a few bottles, and Penderyn was very kind to send me some very small replacements so that we could conduct our show this evening. And the next single malt whiskey that we're going to taste is the Sherrywood, and this is 46% alcohol by volume, which is quite high. So let's see what this tastes like. I already like the color. Anyway, this is not indicative of the type of bottle like this that they sell. So I would certainly recommend that you consider contacting Penderyn at their distillery. Oh my goodness, there's some very high notes of, I get almost oak on that. What do you think?
Very nice. Very smooth. That's delicious.
That is absolutely delicious. So this is the Sherrywood.
Sherrywood, okay.
Sherrywood. So they did actually send me some information, and 1 second, Richard, you keep the crowd happy. Why don't you? Let's have a look at Sherrywood. He's getting it already. Pip, he's saying. Good Lord. Sherrywood is dry Oloroso sherry casks, which are the sweeter sherry. And
very nice, very smooth.
oh, I like that.
Very nice. A great evening sipping whiskey.
Absolutely. I think most whiskeys are good for sipping. I wouldn't slam a whiskey, would you?
Never,
Absolutely never. No, something to be enjoyed leisurely or
But you have your
leisurely, as we say.
You have your breakfast whiskeys and your lunch whiskeys and your dinner whiskeys.
I like those breakfast whiskeys. Absolutely. Now, the next one we're going to taste. There's your glass, sir.
Thank you, sir.
There's my glass. Now, this is the Penderyn Rich Oak. And the color on this, I'm sorry, the Rich Oak. And once again, 46% alcohol. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this Rich Oak. I probably should have done more homework, but you know, when you've been drinking whiskeys all afternoon like we have, you know, you tend to forget certain things. Let's see. Rich single oak cask and 50% bottlings. Rejuvenated European wine casks. So I would say that they're probably taking sherry and wine casks and, as we say, neutral oak. They've been used before. So, I love the fact that they age their whiskey in oak. That's really, really nice. There's a very light smoke to this.
Very nice. Not as sweet, but very nice. If you don't like sweet whiskeys, you'll like this.
This is very, very lean. It's got very high acidic notes, and I like this.
Very nice.
I think with just a tiny dash of water, this would be delicious. Gosh. So, I think Penderyn is throwing out some absolutely wonderful, wonderful wines. And yes, I think it's just Penderyn.com. Penderyn.Wales. Good Lord, they have their own.
Excellent.
Their own, what's that URL, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know what those are. Anyway, Penderyn.Wales. And that is it. Penderyn.
I do not
So,
have any Penderyn. I'm going to go buy some.
My friend,
That's awesome.
I will find a way to supply you with some Penderyn. So, from the good ship Pip Pip, off the coast of Cardiff, South Wales, Pip Pip.